Good evening. I decided to do a live stream today just to give an update on my life, what's been going on with me. And here, I'm just going to put this up so I don't like to look at myself. There we go. So I put a little screen over my picture so I don't obsess over it. Hi. I don't know if there's actually even anybody here or not, but if so, hello. If I don't see anybody in the chat. So so I'm just doing a live stream, basically just an update on my life the last 3.5, 4 months. My stepdad was having some severe pain in his right foot. He wasn't getting blood flow to his foot, and it's causing him a severe amount of pain in his second toe. So if you figure this is the big toe, this is the second toe. So on the side here, it's rubbing against the big toe, and it caused an open wound, and it could never heal. So it's very difficult, and it just kept getting worse. And so we had him taken into the hospital to have this. Hi, Crystal. We took him into the hospital to have this angioplasty done on three of his veins going into his toes, and into his foot, into his toes. And it turns out that the first doctor didn't even complete the angioplasty. But then it started to get a little better, but then it's been crazy. So 2 hospitals and a 1-day stint in a nursing home over a 2-month period. And on April 8th, my bonus dad passed away. I spent, for the first 6 weeks, I was there every other day. For the last 2 weeks, I was there every day. It's been very painful. There's a lot of animosity and drama and chaos and garbage within our blended family that reminds me a lot of what I'm seeing regarding the community that I'm a part of here online. And it's why I haven't been participating, and I don't particularly have anything that I want to say about it other than I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving my channel. I'm not leaving the bigger community that I'm a part of, but I am not going to be a part of this circle jerk of hate that everybody's doing, whether it's to out somebody or to make money or to grift or whatever each person's intention is, doesn't matter to me anymore. My intention is to I know everything that I need to know. I know the people that I need to stay away from, and I don't personally want to keep talking about it. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm also just going to say there's a storm blowing in, so I'm not even sure that my power is going to stay on long enough for me to do a very long stream. And this is just really a stream of just me catching myself up, keeping myself accountable in creating content on my channel, because I have work to do. I have serious work to do that I have to get back to. And I also promised that I would be sharing my journey. And if I don't share the bad times, then that's it just makes it look like, well, I'm just fine. I'm not fine. If I say I'm fine, it means I'm lying. I'm not okay. I'm not okay, because I just lost a parent, and very concerned about my mother's well-being now. And I have financial and work struggles right now, and I also just lost a very dear friend who happens to be the last guy that I dated. He passed away on March 12th. So yeah, he Dewey and Clay passed within 3 weeks of each other. So I'm mourning two people at the moment. So I don't necessarily have the bandwidth to participate in the circle jerk of hate, and I'm not angry at anybody. Yes, freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. Here you go. I love that. We're gonna put that up, Crystal, because that's really perfect. And I'm not going to say that I'm not affected by the things that are said. I am affected, and I'm also affected by the fact that that people that I care about, people throw the word doxed around a lot, and I'm not actually going to use the word doxed, because technically, by the definition of doxed, nobody technically was. However, in one stream alone last night, 5 people that I know were outed by name. 3 people by first and last names of the 5. The people that did that say it was an accident. I take them at their word. But one of the people after the fact seemed pretty angry that people were upset. I wasn't around for it. I just know that if I have to, not have to, because none of this is about have to for me, but if I feel the need to make sure that a friend of mine is okay, to the point where I know that they're going to go ahead and go to sleep and they feel, not attacked enough anymore, it shouldn't have to be like that. Listen, I got dragged all over the internet last year for being somebody's mod, because the way that the LA protests played out with the characters involved, because we have to call most of them characters because they are characters indeed. But this happened to me last year for being a mod, and because I did a GoFundMe fundraiser, and I got called every name. I got actually doxxed. I was all over Reddit. I was all over Twitter. I was all over YouTube. It was ridiculous. So yes, if I feel like I have to say I'm upset for my friend who feels attacked and then silenced, because she was then blocked from both channels that they allowed her name to be spoken in. But again, like, I'm not mad at anybody. I just, can we just, okay, I'm just going to make a suggestion. Nobody has to listen to me. I tend to be a problem solver, peacemaker, problem solver kind of person. I think the FTG guys have been doing a really good job at doing what they're doing. I'm not really sure that everybody else, I've seen this happen before. I saw this happen last year when the protests in LA started to fall apart, and then all of the SPTV infighting, and everybody's tearing each other down and taking sides, and it's the same things happening all over again with the TLB people and the Reese's Pieces people. Like, if your content is going to be all about them now, I'm not talking to any of the FTG guys when I say this, but if your channel is talking about that, and not focusing on what I thought that, well, most of us, because I can't, one of the people I don't even know uh, very well, and the other one I don't think I've ever actually had a conversation with. They can do whatever they want with their channels, but if that's your intention, is your content's going to focus on, you know, I don't know, I just feel like kicking the same can in a circle or being in a hamster wheel, I have to unfollow you, and I'm not going to watch your content, and I'm not going to support your channel, and it's nothing to do with anybody as people. I just feel like the FTG guys are doing a really good job. They've been at it for years. They're not making money off of this stuff. They're not, and you can say that you unmonetize a stream, but that if I'm not mistaken, that's for super chats and memberships. But I think that people still get paid for the view hours. I'm a low level, under 300 subs content creator who's been very inconsistent with my content creation. So don't take it from me. I'm just saying that if people, what are you doing? Are you eating the flowers or just drinking the water? Okay, sorry. Those are flowers from mine and my sister and my niece's flower arrangement for Clay. But I just want to make sure that he wasn't eating the daisies. He's just drinking the water. My co-host, Thomas. Okay, you have water elsewhere, bud. So no, you don't need to drink that water. Sorry. I want to hold on to the connections and the building each other up, looking out for each other, cheering each other on, exposing SA and the R word and people who do that, and the troubled teen industry and cults, and not each other. Okay, because this is a very human thing to do, from my opinion, in my nerdy love of history. Is something happens, everyone focuses on it, and they hyper focus on it, and they just regurgitate it over and over and over again. We never learn anything from it, and then we do it again. Like the world right now, we're kind of in a 100-year cycle. So by 1925, things were wild, and by the end of the 20s, the stock market crashed. We were in between world wars, and what I'm seeing, we are literally on a 100-year cycle, and right now we're coming right back to 100 years ago. And I just think that as human beings in general, we tend to do stuff like that. We don't learn from our mistakes. We keep redoing. Hi, Shannon. We keep making the same mistakes over and over again. So I guess, like I said, I'm not bagging on anybody. I'm not going to drag people. I'm not going to say their names. I'm not in the mood, and it's not who I am. All I ask is, if you're going to play something that has people's names on it, please, listen to it beforehand, check it and make sure, so that you're not saying people's full names and having them have to be re-traumatized don't you think it's bad enough to be humiliated by a man, but then to have men continue to re-traumatize the women by playing the full video or full audio with their names? Seriously, 3 women, one of them's in chat, 3 women's full names, and then 2 people whose 2 people's aliases, or whatever you will, on YouTube, and everybody knows them. they were outed, they were exposed. I can't use the word doxed because nothing further. It's true. Doxed does include name, like phone number, address. That's doxing. Saying someone's name is not doxing them. But what it is doing is exactly. YouTube names also. And I'm disappointed, but I don't know the people or the creators or their intention. And I hope that their intentions aren't bad, but the one lady creator seemed pretty angry in her follow-up video because people were concerned, and then I heard that the creator was going to take the live stream down and edit it to cover the names. And I watched it several hours later because it just buried, my dad and my bonus dad. I have two dads. And come home to this. Like, I'm not sorry to have stayed up with my friends talking. Shannon, I didn't see that if you were up or not, or I would have reached out to you. But, these are people's lives. These are either humiliating, embarrassing, or traumatic events for them. And just do better. That's all. Just do better. I'm not perfect. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I know the knife hoarder guy. He's like playing the audio as well, but he's not playing the full unedited audio with everybody's name in it. And I did this once to somebody, and it was a total accident. I don't like this person. It was in the LA protester part of this larger community. Wait, what? I was talking. Oh, yeah. So was I. No, I was talking to her. That's why I left comments, and made the decision to do this stream. I'm not making a statement on the whole situation and, TLB and what's her face and, and the FTG guys. I mean, whatever. I feel like, and I don't really know Marilyn or Susie well, but I know that a lot of their content is pretty much just like saying this. I don't know. We have like Reddit and our FTG guys. I mean, can we just get back to normal? I'm not normal. I can't stand that word because there's no such thing. But can't we just get back to supporting each other and helping each other, through difficult things and celebrating good things? And, I've seen so much good come from a greater, well, you know what? AI was made by humans. Humans are intrinsically flawed. He should have listened to the recording before he just played it and said, well, and the thing I did take personally, it happened to me, but not with this. Hey, Kim, no, that's not who she means. No, she means the other one. And I'm not saying anybody's name, but no, it wasn't. Yeah, but so I mean, there's people that are literally gonna walk away from this because it won't go away, and that's a shame. So really, pretty much, I think I think I was trying to make a point and I got off of the point because my head's still a little scattered. Yeah, I'm all over the place right now, but I watched this happen last year, the same time last year with the protesters in LA. And I watched everything kind of just like slowly blow up, and every channel is turning on each other, and yeah, the drama has been beat to death. It has. And that's my point. Like, can we learn from what went down with all the SPTV stuff and say, okay, I get it. Well, that, you know what? She might have a case. I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer and I don't play one on TV. But it's true. Drama does equal money. And I know that Sam said that he demonetized his stream last night, but I think that he said that he demonetized it for super chats and memberships. But doesn't he still get paid for watch time? Because I mean, it's thousands of people have watched it by now. I didn't. Hang on, let me look and see. Yeah, but not the follow-up stream. Not the follow-up stream that basically was, listen, we all get frustrated, and I can understand, Susie being frustrated, but sincerely, no offense, just admit, okay, that was a huge mistake. I technically didn't have anything. Oh, so he turned it all off. So he wasn't getting, okay, that's fine. But still, that's fine. But then like other people are covering that now. And I just personally think that we leave it to the FTG guys because they've been doing it and doing it the right way for almost 4 years now. I think that we all need to get back on the paths that we were on and stop tearing each other down. I don't understand, because again, like I said, everything that I've ever known of Susie is that she's a really nice person and I've never had an issue. I get being upset because I accidentally doxed a person before on a stream, but when I doxed that person, I immediately turned my stream off and made it private and edited it and cut that out and then put it back up. I did not finish the stream. And I felt really horrible, even though I do not like this woman. Not a cell in my body likes this woman, but I felt horrible and I made sure to immediately take it off. I don't have the answers to everything, obviously, because I don't even have 300 subscribers to my channel. And I am actually not even worried about my channel numbers. I have a greater mission, but I mean, well, see that's what makes it so, Crystal, that's what makes it kind of hard, is that she may have been, and it did, I had to turn it off and when she started to get angry, and I can see where she was looking kind of smug. But then again, sometimes when people get freaked out over something that happened that they really didn't necessarily have control over, maybe except to say, well, you didn't listen to the audio, so you're not sure no one's name's on it. Maybe we should reschedule. I mean, I'm not saying that I would have even thought, but then she gets mad because people were upset and saying something to her. And I don't understand, why can't we just eat a little humble pie when we're wrong and say, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry that I was involved in that. There was nothing bad, meant. And that's not what I saw. So I unsubscribed from her channel because it felt like a clapback. And I'm just not going on this ride again. I'm not. I'm sticking on the path that I've been on, and anybody that wants to hang on this path with me and cosmic connections and mental health matters with Jimena and surviving together and my other's keeper. Shannon, I don't know if you're doing anything right now. Like I just want, it was you. Okay. Wow. I was wondering who he was talking to, because you know that I don't know this guy. And I know that you talked to him about me. I emailed him weeks ago. He's got no interest in talking to me. And it's fine. I don't care. I don't. I have nothing against him. I don't know him, so I don't make judgments on people that I don't know. But I haven't checked today because I've been busy taking care of my mother. Just got home 10 minutes before I started streaming, and I'm glad you did too, Kim. I am. I'm glad that you said something. I definitely think that the first time it happened, it should have been shut down and listened to and maybe redone. Like, again, just advice, because people are actually getting hurt. Whether you believe that they did this to themselves and that there's no crime, like that's what was said at the beginning before, right? Technically this isn't a crime. So, oops. Oh, okay. So you're the one that told her. I thought about it. I thought about reaching out to her, but it was after. So I just figured, I don't know. I just had a really bad taste in my mouth when you say, because I know that BM says in the audio that, there is no crime if you keep saying, oh, no, I don't want the money, whatever, and you still take it. And he's not lying. But here's the thing. It can be when it becomes a pattern, and it is a pattern with him, and he should remember that. That's all I have to say to her about that guy. But yeah, no, I never heard back from Sam. I emailed him from my Between the Cracks email, said that you and Christy both had talked to me about him, that he had an interest in covering the TTI, and that the two of you had both mentioned something to him about me. And that's when Clay was in the hospital. And just think that, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. I think it was 2 weeks ago, the week that Clay died, that he didn't. So I'm getting this secondhand. No, I'm not. I'm getting this from Susie's stream called So That Happened. I think it's what it's called. That she did after people contacted her after the stream that she did with Sam. And Sam said he ran it through AI like 3 times, but somebody in his life got in a car accident or something. So he didn't listen to the audio to make sure no one's names were in it. And they went ahead and did the stream anyways. I really think this wouldn't be as bad if either one of them actually just were genuinely apologetic. I mean, Sam, I don't think Sam said anything unless he has today. I just feel like Susie shouldn't be defensive. She should be apologetic, and just, we learn from our mistakes, man. Stuff happens, right? If you didn't mean to do that and you didn't mean to hurt somebody, okay, then how? I don't know. And that's another thing, is that I also had heard that he said he was going to take it down and edit it and take the names out and repost it. And as of 3:30 in the morning today, that had not happened. And then today, like I said, I've been at my mom's all day. Oh, okay. He gave a mea culpa this morning. Cool. That's cool. But I just hope that this is the end of it. I mean, I know Knife Hoarder and the FTG guys are going to keep playing the well, why would you take all the names out except yours? That doesn't make any sense. Did they have a problem with you? I have no idea who's fighting these days. I've been kind of busy. I bet you do. So I don't know. I don't know. So if Sam came out this morning, then more power to him. But if he left Shannon's name in there, then I mean the right thing to do would go back in there and remove her name too. And if Susie hasn't addressed this since her oops, but it's not my fault, so what's your problem video, I really do feel like she owes the one person, so specifically, not only to unblock her from both channels, but apologize to her. Because all she did was get outed as somebody that BM victimized. It's just not cool. I'm not calling anybody a bad person. These are my personal opinions on my personal YouTube channel, my little teeny tiny following with 4 people watching. And I'm just saying, just think. I've made the mistake, and I immediately shut my live stream down and edited it out, and I've said this already, every time this happens, more than one person, but one person in particular is becoming repeatedly re-traumatized. And as somebody who lives with complex PTSD, it's unacceptable when someone's gonna go to them. I promise you, she wasn't even watching, but somebody told her about it, and then she did. And I still have to check on her today. I haven't checked on her yet today, but if everybody cares about everybody as much as we're claiming we do, can we maybe start to show that again? Because I'll be way more involved if we can get back there. And maybe I have to get back involved so that we can steer ourselves that way. Well, she hasn't been talking today. Maybe she's taking some time. Maybe people are talking to her and helping her see. I really don't know. And I don't mean her any ill will, but she does owe her an apology. And I don't think that, again, I exempt Knife Hoarder from this, because he has been dealing with this specifically for nearly 4 years. If he wants to play that video and parts of the video like he does, that's fine, because she doesn't watch those channels specifically because she doesn't want to be re-traumatized. But yeah, exactly. And I want to get back to, I want to get back to my TTI stuff. If there's so much going on, with the TTI industry right now, and awareness and laws. I mean, now we've also got, on top of the federal law that we had signed by the president on Christmas Eve, which is the best gift ever, we've gotten a law passed in Maryland and Utah so far this year, and we're nowhere near done. It's only April. We're working really hard. I'm getting back into it. I have a very important story that I need to share and get the word out about the boys who were stranded in Jamaica after their adopted parents had sent them to a troubled teen industry program that the Jamaican government shut down and put them into Jamaican CPS. And one of them is the adopted son of the governor of, or former governor of Kentucky, or governor of Kentucky. I can't remember which. But he actually won basically like I think he might actually be 18 now, but he was able to disconnect, like legally disconnect from those people. Your problem is that your friend, well, it's not a problem, Kim. You can be friends with people who aren't friends, right? I mean, it's like we could like fundamentally disagree about something important in life, but still, yeah, that I don't see that as a problem. Actually, I see it as a way of building bridges, I guess. But that's just how my brain works, I haven't talked to her in quite a long time, but I did consider reaching out, but I know that people have been bothering her since the whole thing blew up, and I don't want to do that. But no, honestly, Kim, I think that you have an opportunity. You have a unique perspective in that you're friends with, and these people involved, and you're a kind-hearted person. So, I could see you, being able to build bridges, or it's, I'm not telling you that you should do something. I'm just letting you know that I don't see it as a problem. I see it as a bonus. I'm friends with people who literally hate each other. And it has nothing to do with me, right? If it has something to do with me, then, and that's fine. But you know what? Ultimately, it's not even your responsibility, right? We're just the helpers. We're not, directly involved. Shannon's directly involved, but we're the helpers. We're, like when there's a hurricane, we're the people that show up and go, okay, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Let's figure it out. Let's make sure that everybody has everything that they need, and we'll be good. This is the direction I feel that we need to get back to. We've all been brought back together for a reason, and this cannot be that reason. And if it is that reason, I'm out. Please don't make it everybody. Like, please don't make it about all the drama all over again, because I'm not going to do it fourth time. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Well, just like, I'm friends with somebody, who gets a lot of grief for still being, a part of the community where we met. But she's my friend, and I would never tell her I would never tell her what to do. She's a grown ass woman, but I don't know. Maybe that's, I don't know if that's part of my people pleasing thing, or my troubleshooter brain, like thinking. I want to perpetuate positivity, and I want to perpetuate evolving as people, and we are all human, and we all do make mistakes. And I feel like if genuine apologies are given to the people who were outed, and I don't, honestly, reading those two people, I don't think that was done on purpose. I really don't, but it still hurt. Well, I mean, You mean everybody that watches too? Because I mean, I don't know, because I'm not, that I've had to just not give too much of myself, right? Like I'm not, I don't know. Well, that's right. I mean, everybody can do whatever they want to do. I'm just stating my stance, I guess, as I felt like I needed to, because I spent hours concerned about a friend, being alone somewhere that I can't get to them. And it made me do a stream that I didn't want to do. I don't want to talk about this shit. I really don't. I didn't even want to be a part of it, let alone. Yeah. I actually don't even hate or use the word hate normally, but I've been going through a lot the last couple months and have a very difficult relationship with somebody within my wider family. I don't know how to say it. And I just have been going through a lot with that. And it's the same kind of stuff. It's manipulation. It's lying. It's playing the victim. My time, all of our times, just right. But the way that I am, life is finite. It's not forever. Every day we wake up is a blessing. Sometimes it feels like a curse, but you know what? If you wake up, you win. And then, whatever you do with your day, no matter what gets thrown at you, if you keep fighting, or if there's days like, even if you just stay in bed and all you do is get up to pee or whatever, bravo. I commend anybody who gets through a day, because I know what it's like to fight to get through a day. And I also know what it feels like to lose people over and over and over again. I mean, I have personally known way too many people that are now dead. And because of that, I have a really hard time. Some days I just lay on my couch and listen to music. I'll nap. Like sometimes I totally, just close myself up here at home. Don't talk to anybody. But I see those as kind of recharging days. So I make sure not to get, caught up in it. But grief is so hard that I'm trying not to blur the lines right here between all of the pain and anger and sadness and grief I feel over the 2 losses that I've experienced since March. But I'm trying not to let those feelings get into my opinions about what's still going on with the repetitive nature of what I call the circle jerk of hate. I'm sorry, Kim, if that's offensive. I don't mean to offend anybody, but it's like, think of it like a hamster wheel. It's like everybody is like stuck, and I don't want to be stuck. I'm not mad at anybody. I don't hate anybody. There are people that I don't like. There are people that I will not associate with or let in my life, and those are my choices. I don't feel like I need to go on YouTube and talk about it. But again, I'm not walking anybody else's path. I'm walking mine. I'm also not saying that I think my path is the right path or the better path. I don't have a freaking clue. Other than I know which way makes me feel like I can hold my head up and know that my bonus dad sees everything I do And as long as I'm not disrespecting his honor, then I feel good. And that's the way I approach my YouTube channel. I'm not trying to point fingers at or tell anybody that makes content that they're doing what they're doing is wrong. I'm just saying that something happened last night. People got hurt and they deserve an apology. And I really feel like I think that I did the right thing. I had to make the decision to unfollow Marilyn and Susie. I don't dislike either one of them, but I don't want to keep reliving. I don't want to keep people in my life that I chose to shove out of my life, a year ago. Almost it started about here. So I don't want to go back to that. And, if they start doing other content that's not about those two people anymore and their channels, right on. Maybe I'll be interested. But until then, and Sam, look, Kim says that he did a, I'm doing the thing. I don't have I'm sorry. This is a really shitty stream. I didn't have the thing over my video of myself. So I get all self-conscious and I lose track of my thoughts. But I didn't unsubscribe from Sam. I didn't unsubscribe to Knife Order either. Because again, I don't have a problem with what that guy does at all. I admire his dedication and I understand. Okay, well, good. Because he hasn't been around as long as we have. And if you want to give him some advice for me, it's not worth it. It's not worth. Thanks, Crystal. I love you. You're so sweet. He'll regret staying in it if he does, because you get, it's like a whirlpool, man, or a sorry, just let me breathe. You get sucked into it and you can't get out. And this guy has a really good opportunity. Something good can come out of something bad. And he can, maybe also be a part of the greater community. I don't think he cares if he is or not. And I respect that too. Because I don't care if I am or not, but I know that I have friends, who have channels and make content, and other friends that don't have channels or make content, but that are a part of the community and take part by being in the live chats or being on Discord or Reddit, or those who do Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Like, we all keep in touch with each other on multiple platforms. I like that. You do get yuck stuck to you if you stay in it. Yeah, go hang with your hubby, honey. Love you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to wrap this up anyways. I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. I won't talk about it anymore, anywhere. So, today is Friday. Normally on Sunday, I was getting ready to do, to start my Sunday week in review of the TTI, but this Sunday is the first full dance competition for my niece. And anyone that knows me, who is here now or watches on replay, knows how important my niece is to me. And it's also the first without my stepdad. So I won't be making a video on Sunday, and I'm not going to be able to do on Monday to make it up. I have a lot of stuff, family stuff that I have to do, but I will be next week. I'm I'll be putting out 2 separate videos. One's going to be about the Jamaica Boys, and another is going to be about Liz Ionelli, who wrote the book ICU Survivor, and her documentary called The Kids Are Not All Right. Still waiting for distribution on that, but it keeps winning at the film festivals for best doc or best director or both. So I'm hoping that they're going to get a distributor soon and get this up on streaming somewhere so people can see the 4th documentary. And then we also have Wayward, which is a scripted TV show about a TTI program starring Toni Collette that's going to be on Netflix. They just haven't come out with a release date yet. So I do have stuff like that to cover. And I'm also going to still be talking about myself and what I'm going through, because that was a promise I made to myself when I started this channel, is I want to show others trauma survivors in general, because I'm not just a TTI trauma survivor. I got all kinds of awesome letters after my name, and I didn't even have to go to college for it. I went to art school and I went to college. I didn't graduate either, but whatever. I quit everything I've ever done, except I did get my GED. But this is, it's like a vlog as well as an expose channel on the troubled teen industry and other things. You know, I don't have to rebrand my channel, because from the start I said this is going to be about me walking this journey as I learn how to live as somebody who just realized 2 years ago now that there's an entire multi-billion-dollar a year industry that took such horrible advantage of millions of people, and that we have survivors who die every day, and that's got to stop. I don't want any more survivors. I don't want any survivors from this point on to live as long as I did without an answer as to why their lives were so difficult, why it was so hard just to be a human or to be an adult or to anything. I'm just saying, I have to do this. So if you're down with that and you're interested in that, stick with me, because I am coming back. I just, lost 2 people I love very much in the last month. And but I know I have my friends and my community, and I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing everybody soon. I thank the few of you that did come and hang out with me. And I would like to say to everybody, what I always say is, be kind to someone today. And again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. And I think if we all do it, we might have a chance of changing the world. It's getting harder every day, but I'm still willing to try to be kind and make the world a better place. And I hope that you all will come along with me. Thank you. I hope you all have a really great night. Anybody who I spoke about, if you are offended, I do believe in my channel description there's my email address. It's feel free to email me and we can have a conversation about it, because my intentions are not ugly. I don't come from an ugly place, but like y'all don't really know that, or me. So just if you feel like I got something wrong, reach out. We'll talk about it. I'm open to it. That's it. I really wish everyone the best. Have a great night. I'm going to enjoy the rain. It smells really good. Have a good night, and come check me out again soon. Thank you.